Hi, my name is Dorothy Kessler, and I'm an assistant professor in the School of Rehabilitation Therapy at Queen's University in Canada. Today, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to occupational performance coaching. Coaching, more broadly, is a way of effectively empowering people to find their own answers, encouraging and supporting them on the path as they continue to make important choices. In a way, we are helping people cross the bridges in their lives as they work towards taking part in things that are important to them. Occupational performance coaching, or OPC, is a well-developed form of coaching used in rehabilitation therapy. The goal of occupational performance coaching is to improve performance in valued activities that people have, while at the same time developing self-efficacy, strategies, and skills to manage future challenges that they may encounter in their day-to-day lives. OPC was first developed for parents of children with occupational performance challenges by Dr. Fiona Graham. It has since been tested with other populations, such as stroke, multiple sclerosis, and university students. This slide shows the framework for occupational performance coaching and describes 3 therapist-enabling actions. The first action is to connect, and connection is about forming a partnership with our clients through sharing emotional support. Within this connection, the therapist forms a therapeutic relationship or a safe space that is non-judgmental for clients. The therapist then guides the client through a structured process of working towards their goals that involves sharing of information in a way that supports agency throughout the process. I will go into each of these enabling actions in a bit more detail. So connection, as I said, is about providing emotional support. There are 3 key actions. The first is really listening mindfully, being present with your client, hearing what they have to say with an open mind. The second is empathy, partnering with our client, being with them along their path, their journey, as they experience different emotions, different thoughts, and ideas. The partnership is about sharing power and, wherever possible, ensuring the client has the power in the relationship. The structured process is a typical goal, plan, do, check type of process that starts with a participatory goal. The goal is an activity in a context that is meaningful to the client and is selected by the client so that it is motivating for them. The therapist then guides the client through a process of collaborative performance analysis, which I will explain in a bit more detail, but it draws from the person, environment, occupation model that you may be familiar with. The client then forms a plan, carries out an action, self-evaluates, and the therapist prompts generalization or use of strategies to other activities. This model presents the collaborative performance analysis process, which is an iterative process that is focused on the client's goal. The therapist guides the client to envision their preferred performance and think about possibilities. They then explore solutions to achieve their goal, drawing on the person, the environment, and the task, and changes that can be made to either of these. Throughout the process, the therapist ensures the client is engaged through paying specific attention to the client's need for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. As I said, this is an iterative process, and the therapist works with the client to make steps towards their goals. Finally, sharing, as I said, is about supporting agency. It's about being curious, asking curious questions, always asking first, expecting our clients to be resourceful and come up with solutions, and prompting reflection. If you were approaching this big mud puddle on a bicycle, I might ask you to think about what experience you've had with cycling. Have you gone through puddles before? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the depth of the water, if there's potholes in it? And I might teach some principles about momentum. Or I might get you to think about other options to riding through, such as getting off and walking. The evidence to support the use of OPC with children is growing. Studies of OPC with mothers of children with participation challenges and cerebral palsy show promising results for improving mother and child performance and satisfaction with their goals. It also supports the development of parental competence or self-efficacy for approaching their goals and working with their children in the future. More broadly, coaching is supported within occupational therapy. In a systematic review of occupational therapy for children, coaching was identified as one of the recommended practices. If you're looking for more information on OPC, there are a couple of resources here for you. There is a manual of occupational performance coaching and a website that has several resources. I hope you will consider joining me for an occupational performance coaching training workshop that is taking place with Psychomotor Athens in Greece this coming June. Thank you.